That now, guys. Thank you for letting us know. All of that talk, all of that preamble.
Well, it wasn't muted, weirdly enough. It was one of the internal settings, so we'll blame tech support on that.
Well, again, I tested earlier and it seemed perfectly fine, but oh well.
Oh, well.
That's the way it goes.
Oh, man, well, good job Fish and I talked nothing but rubbish for the past 10 minutes.
I don't know, I thought we talked some pretty good spiel there, to be honest.
Oh, we always do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, bit of a topsy-turvy game. Paul McAvoy going in on the forwards, just, taking into account that Ice Lightning isn't renowned for loads of board wipes.
Going back to what I was going to say earlier on hitting that Cymru, what Fallon doesn't know is he has only hit one of two, so now we don't get any S effect whatsoever. There is no board wipe for Paul McAvoy.
I did think it was an interesting call because it was a dead card in Paul's hand at that time, and I would have been a lot more tempted to have taken the Cidolfus.
Yeah, and speaking of that Cidolfus, there it is. Great card. The Ramuh as well, really nice.
Although that being said, if Paul Fallon has it, now would be a prime time for a Jill Shiva. Get rid of that Cidolfus and Ishtola and a card from hand.
Oh, Duffy, man, that's mean. Saying he lost straight away just because he sleeved Roche. Hey, man, it's a soldier. Apparently that's what we're going for.
Okay, so here is Genesis. So, looks like we're probably going to get a discard. And then we're going to pay...
Is that an old school
So
Sephiroth?
that is. So we're going to get a discard 2 and dull freeze 2. Interesting.
Now you're going to make me try and find that Sephiroth. Is this one?
It is. That is an Opus 1 Sephiroth. So, getting some big value out of that Genesis already.
That's massive as well.
So
each player discarding
3 discards
2.
and a double dull freeze.
Yeah.
I'd have been tempted to leave the Alisei up as well. Maybe just get rid of the Ishtola and a backup. Make it even harder for Paul to play.
Yeah. That is absolutely massive already. I know Paul is behind on 3, but...
Because if you had... Dole throws a backup, you could guarantee that Paul... Could you guarantee? It would make it even harder for Paul to have a summon response to priming. Okay, so we're just going to get a Warped Estinian and pass.
Yeah. Surprised he didn't go with the Cloud there to break the Sephiroth, but I suppose if that Sephiroth stays on the field, it can do no more damage.
Yeah, and we could always Cloud... Now, get rid of that Cidolfus. I'm more worried about the Cidolfus, I think. Oh, there's the Roche. It's almost like he heard Duff Man. It was like, Duff, I hear you in the chat, but I'm going to play this Roche. That's going to be 2 CP when it enters the field. Dull freeze, 2 characters. I mean, if you don't, that doesn't scream value. Don't know what does.
Yeah, and it's going to have haste, so here we go. Oh, he hit and he acts never punished.
I don't think he's got any lightning characters. Oh, he does. He has a Reeve. He has 1 lightning character.
Brave getting rid of a backup, though. Real brave.
And then, Sephiroth coming in and Genesis as well. So, Retort. Okay, so there we go. There's the Odin. We know he was packing.
Finally hit something that actually breaks on the Experts. Really good.
And then we've got that Cisne left open, which I'm assuming will be dull freezing this Estinian as it comes in now.
Yeah, it would stop 2 points of damage.
So, looks like we drew another Reeve. Do we see it come down now?
I think so. This deck needs to be on as many backups as quickly as possible.
And I feel like you want to be digging for a decent summon to be playing when you eventually prime your Cidolfus.
Oh, he's not quite sure.
Thinking about it. Okay.
I think he chose a backup there.
Yeah, I think it was a mid backup. Obviously just trying to get ahead of this sort of intermediate phase of the game where they're both just out of 3 backups. Paul, being the one in the position of more forwards, can more safely think, try and get some more backups at this stage, which is exactly what he's going to do. But Fallon is just 1 top deck away from, if he can get a Shiva or from 16 or something like that down, he could mop up quite a few of these forwards. I'm assuming we'll see a Cisne Dull Freeze on the Estinian. Yep, and there it goes.
Well, it's probably good now that we're using that counter early, and hitting a Rufus is massive, I think.
So
Paul F needs to be awful careful here because he is staring down lethal next turn.
Yeah. If there was a time to limit break Cloud, it is now.
Yeah, and I think you have to go after this Y'shtola just to be safe.
Yeah, but then if you go after Y'shtola, there's a high chance this Cidolfus, this Ramuh could come in and. I think you're right there. I think you're more likely to draw just a single copy of Y'shtola than you are to draw the summon.
Well,
that will kill both your forwards.
So think of it in terms of this. I'm playing this deck. This deck has 3 of those Y'shtola, 1 Earth from this set, and the Fire Lightning one. So he can get S effect fodder no problem whatsoever. So
interesting. We know value.
He wanted to get the Cid out though.
Yeah, he wanted to get freeze on both things.
So that way now we're not staring down lethal.
Oh, and there was the Y'shtola.
Yeah. Oh.
There's a Cidolfus, so he's going to be able to search a summon that he can then play when he. Well, he can't search Ramuh. It's not a summon.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Hold up.
Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Yeah, I'm with you, Duff. It was screamed fishy that not playing. Because Paul did only have 1 card in hand. I'd have attempted. I don't think you needed to freeze the Alisei. I'd have attempted to leave the Alisei, have played the Sephiroth, and just frozen the Y'shtola and the Cidolfus, and then discarded the last card in hand with the Sephiroth. That Alisei, I don't mind it being upright. It's only 5k.
Well, you can't discard because there's a Sephiroth on the field, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
he's playing multiple copies.
Yeah,
Great
man.
spot, Fish.
Yeah, and it's a big old copy. Didn't think it was going to do much, but it seems to be hanging around in there.
Yeah, of course. God, shit, that's what happens when Opus 1 cards get played on stream.
And here's me thinking you had like an encyclopedic knowledge of all of these cards.
I do, I just don't look I've got to blame me not having my glasses this week, actually. It's the first week in a while I've forgotten my glasses.
He's got those baby blues out, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Gotta be careful.
The Ramuh's going to kill 2 things, but you're still potentially staring down lethal.
Well, you've still got to, you're going to kill the Al-Cid, right? No matter what. Probably.
Well, you kill the Al-Cid and the Surges.
Like, you don't care about the Roche. It might be slightly bigger, but oh well. And you don't care about the Sephiroth, but at the same time, you don't want to give him another Sephiroth.
I feel like we have another lightning summon in hand, so we can...
Possibly the 9-cost Odin, perhaps?
Yeah. So we will be able to potentially deal with some threats. So... There's the Genesis. Oh! So choosing to dull freeze the Y'shtola and the Justinian.
Oh, we're going to do it on the stack. Let's... Oh, so it wasn't. It was the Ramuh. Yeah. Break the Roche and then deal 8.
So break the Roche with the Ramuh, and then deal an active forward 8k with the Ramuh, and that's going to mop up that Sephiroth.
It's not going to be staring down lethal. I think we can get a bit of haste if we can get...
The question is if we got any more summons in hand, I guess, would be the only thing.
Yeah.
But you are true. We are not staring down lethal anymore. Still seeing no limit break from either players. An Angeal would be a really nice top deck for Paul Fallon if he's playing it. I can see 1 in damage.
To be honest, I'd be surprised if Paul McAvoy here doesn't go with Lightning LB.
Someone who's definitely got their glasses on today, and that is James Duff, because you are quite right. That is Opus 2 Legend Adir in Paul McAvoy's hand. It's a one-of, just as a irrelevant EX burst.
It puts in work, I will say. It puts in work.
I mean, if he can get a 5th backup down, it will kill that Genesis.
Yeah, but then you also don't want to pay 6 for it on top of getting your 5th backup down, I don't think.
Yeah, well, I think if you're getting to 5 backups, playing another forward and removing all theirs, I think that's providing you've got a 2 CP backup, right?
Again, though, I'm really shocked that we aren't just going straight in on a Lightning LB here. We could get back a 5-drop Odin. We can kill the Genesis and anything else that comes in off of the Ramuh trigger.
Yeah, I'm assuming we're seeing Grahatia into an Alphano, which will let us search. And there it is.
Oh, and we're going to get another search.
Any card. I imagine it'll probably be some sort of lightning summon, because it's any card, if I remember correctly.
It is search 1 character.
Oh, character, so no summon. Okay.
But again, what character helps you here now? I mean...
Probably a Y'shtola S for next turn.
if it gets up next turn, though. Like, the way this is going, I don't think we're going to see that activate ever again.
I think you get the Y'shtola, but you get the copy you've got on board, because if you're Fallon and you play a... Actually, I guess you should play the Surgis instead to keep it frozen, don't you?
Well, we're just going with the free Weaver. It's now up to that 5th backup that we were looking after.
Yeah, so that Adea in hand is going to be live if we can hang around a turn. And here we go. What have you got off the top?
Well, we've only got 3 blockers. Depending on what we see go down here.
A Roche would be so nice. But even then, actually, you're going to Dull Freeze 2, even though it has haste, you can't.
I guess it would depend what's
actually, what you need, if you had a Roche and Gilles, that's like God tier top deck. But actually, I haven't got the lightning cards to pay for it. Yeah, I think, yeah. I was trying to think if there's a world in which you play the Roche, but choose to do a discount on your next soldier, play a soldier. But I think it's a bit too much.
Yeah.
And it's a difficult spot with only 3 backups to play with.
Absolutely, and I just don't think it quite gets him through either. Which is a shame. But.
So, let's see. Well, we have got a Vice, but no Nero, and only at damage 4. So I feel like it's no way it gets survives long enough for it to have any sort of protection.
Yeah. Again, this is. I understand. McAvoy was probably thinking, "Oh, if I get bodies, I can't be dull frozen down." But again, I'm surprised he didn't just LB Lightning into a 5-drop Odin, and we've got then Ramuh and Odin triggers ready to go, you know?
So here comes probably Cloud.
Yeah, so this time we've probably got to take out the Y'shtola, right? We're not, though. We're going after the Grahat here.
Interesting. Is that because we're going to LB Surgis to freeze the Y'shtola?
Does it?
Looks like we're going that way.
We're going that way indeed. That is it. That is probably the LBL.
I like how Paul leaves that card in front. It's pretending it's his hand. It's not. That's just the rest of his Limit Break deck.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything in the rules against that one.
Doesn't your Limit Break deck have to be together, just either face up or face down?
I don't know. Well, we are going in. We're going to take it. And there is a break. We're going to get the Surge's dead offer for the Aranea at 6 damage. Now I think Fallon is in real trouble. I'm not sure if he should have attacked there, to be honest.
1, 2, 3. Well, we have 5 attackers, and we just drew a Irvine as well.
And one of those attackers is the Estinian, which is going to be 18k. That is a tough thing to beat.
So having gotten agonisingly close to getting McAvoy to 6 damage.
I mean, he got him to 6. You can't complain with results. But there we go. There's the Odin. We're going to break the Genesis. And, goodbye the Cloud.
Yeah, RIP Cloud. Active 4 deals 8k. And then, just for the icing on the cake, here comes the Irvine. This is going to tidy up the rest of this game.
Yeah, goodbye.
Double Genesis. There's one down there from earlier.
Yeah. Now, it is a shame for the entire first half of this game we were kind of muted. Well, not muted, the mic just decided not to work, so apologise for that, guys. It will be better now going forward, I should hope.
Well, as the game is wrapping up, I feel like we could talk a bit about what we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, exactly that. So, I'm sure you've all seen the post by now for the prizing for... we do... Sorry, we hit an Odin that's damage. Hang on.
Still don't think it matters too
No,
much.
exactly.
You've got a million. You've got a bunch of attackers still. Question is if we hit another... Yeah, and that is game. That is game.
So... Yeah, let's quickly go to camera. Why don't we do that?
We'll tell you with our own beautiful faces.
Yeah,
because we are here.
Yeah, I was always here.
I've just turned up. Now we can pretend that I wasn't in the toilet for the whole opening thing.
Well, you said it on me. But guys, I'm sure you've seen the release and other prizes from earlier, and obviously keep an eye on that really spicy first place. And I will say it again, although you do get a ticket to Winter Cup paid for you, that's not what you're playing for. You're playing for that one-of-one Cymru Cactuar Championship belt mat. God, that's a mouthful.
That is a mouthful. As is the mat. The mat is a serious mouthful.
Yeah.
We've seen it. It's been brought live.
Yeah.
In the flesh. It looks amazing.
We will try and get it on stream for you in a little bit to show it off, because you all want to see it.
And we're here. This is it. Opus 24 has dropped. You can tell from the new colour scheme. We are rocking Road to CACTIMANIA.
He done it again. Just sensual.
They didn't know I did it the first time.
Well, I'm telling them it was twice. And I might not be able to stand up.
So
But anyway.
Loads of hype from us. We know a few weeks away. More of the pricing has dropped. That's not even everything as well. So all the news that came today, there's still more pricing that's coming on the way. So thanks to people that have donated. We've had a lot of donations, which is huge. So yeah, shout out to those guys. And yeah, the prize support is growing by the day. So and there it is.
We told
there
you.
It is. Upside
It's upside down. Come on.
No, let's go.
Look at it.
Just like that. In fact, why don't you slide on in? Slide on in and show us the mat.
I mean, you did win. You didn't win the belt, but
Not yet.
No.
Not
Let's
yet.
go. Keep it in Cardiff. That's what we want.
That's it.
No, we don't want those YYT guys to take it home.
It's got that new pack smell as well.
It is stunning. It is stunning. So, guys, again, that is a 1 of 1 limited for the champion only.
Definitely can't make another one.
So
next year, that's a CACTIMANIA 2 thing.
it won't have the same pizzazz. And honestly, it is a huge statement slapping that down opposite your opponent for years to come. Serious big
They're
deck.
grandkids.
Yeah. Put it on the wall.
You can claim, if you win that match, that you were the first ever CACTIMANIA champion.
Yeah, it is big deck energy. Speaking of big deck energy,
Mr. McAvoy.
round
Man,
one.
the Ramuh 16 is pretty cool, isn't it?
I mean, all the priming in general is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, talk us through. I mean,
I want to say, first of all, I was like, Fallon's deck. It's like, as soon as it was just Ice Lightning, none of this Angeal backup stuff, I was like, man, this is great because you just cut the shit. It's just exactly what it should be, what it needs to be. I felt like a match. Usually, like regular Ice Lightning, I'm just like, no, this is fine. Like EX Burst will just sort it, but man, the removal, the discards, it's just harsh.
yeah, I mean, there was that big turn where you managed to get rid of your hand, develop a bit of a board, but I think as was rightly pointed out in chat, the problem is that they are just playing forward. So you hit your EX burst, you hit your removal, and just tied up the rest, and just didn't panic. I was a little surprised that you left the Shinryu in your hand. I was like, you're at 2 backups, you've got 2 forwards. I just left it as a dead card in your hand.
Shinryu's gone to 2.
Yeah.
So the fact that you got rid of it, I'm just like, oh god, I can't do Shinryu right now. But it's fine because.
But I don't think you ever needed to, right? And I think you would have been discarded before you could. But yeah, I think because you had 2 forwards in hand. But anyway, everything's clear through the retrospectoscope, right?
Yeah.
Well, there was one thing I wanted to ask, because obviously at the time when you had pretty much dealt with everything on Fallon's board, but just left the Genesis there, you had the Ramuh. Was there no reason at that point to just play Lightning LB?
Because I was like 1 card short on it.
Right. Okay.
So it's just like I can't do enough of it, so might as well just leave it go so he doesn't see it, so he can't discard it. Also, I'm not going to deal with this, Steve D. The belt will look good on my bathroom floor.
Ooh.
Hey,
Not with the way you've been playing on stream, mate. I'm just saying.
if you come down and win it, you're feel free to do whatever you like with it, but you got to come down and win it first.
Said. What more can you say? I think with that, we'll leave it there, I guess, for now. Yeah.
Not much more to say.
Yeah.
But tune in. We'll be back with round 2 shortly.
Catch you in a bit.